right, so at this point you should be starting to understand the differences between the linear and the quadratics when you see them. So whether that's a function, like an equation, whether that's a graph, or whether that's a table, you should start to see there's a different pattern with each of these, with whether it's linear or quadratic. So for these, you're supposed to sort them. You should be checking your answers here. So let's look at this. It's a straight line. I think all of us should be at the point now where we can see that is a linear function. Likewise, this is a curved line that goes up and comes back down. We should all be able to see at this point that that is quadratic. So those are some of the easy ones. Now let's look at these tables. They can be a little bit different. Okay, let's look at this one. And what you're going to ask yourself every time when you're looking at these tables is, what is the pattern of the y? That's what you need to look at. What's the pattern? And you don't need to necessarily figure it out exactly, but I can see that it looks like this is going up, right? From -8 to -6.5 to 5. It continuously goes up every time. What's it going up by? Well, it's going up by 1.5. You could figure that out if you wanted to. And every single time it's going up by 1.5. So that's a pattern that you needed to recognize. It's going up, and specifically it's going up by a constant rate. That is a linear pattern. Okay, it's adding 1.5 every time. So look at this next one to the right. We have 6, 0, -4, -6, -6 again, -4, 0. So what I notice is that this is going, it's going up, right? Actually, sorry, my bad. It's going down until you get about here. Then it stays the same, but then it goes up. So what I notice here is just that that's a weird pattern. If I were to graph that, it'd be like -3, 6, -2, 0, -1, -4, then 0, -6, then 1, -6, then 1, 2, then this, that. And if I were to put all that together, it looks just like our quadratic. So you had to see that pattern. The thing that gives it away is this right here, where it hits a -6. Something happens in between here. It probably goes down a little bit more, but then it comes back up and then starts repeating those numbers again. So it came down, then that's right where it hits this point here and starts going back up. So that pattern, you need to be able to recognize that is a quadratic. Most importantly, it did not go by a constant rate. It went up, or in this case went down, hit some point, and then came right back up. Okay, third one. Well, this one gives you an equation, so that might be a little bit easier. This is a quadratic equation because of the squared here. So that is a quadratic. And we can also see, oh, it goes from -3, -1, -3, that right there where it sort of hits that point, comes back. That's why it's a quadratic. Okay, it hits some point, then it comes back up or back down. So there you go. Hopefully you're starting to understand the differences between these. Should set you up good for next week. You have an exit ticket. Make sure you get the exit ticket done. Remember, that is the grade for the week, is the exit ticket.